Someone would have thought. Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to the County Court at Law number 2. My name is Judge Terrence Holmes. I'm the presiding judge here in County Court at Law number 2. This morning we have 3 dockets. We have an announcement docket, pretrial conference docket, and a trial docket. When I call your name, please come before the bench with your attorney. If your attorney is not here, then we will wait for your attorney to arrive because your attorney may be handling another matter in another court. First case is cause number 24 CCCR 0850. Case is styled in the state of Texas versus Andrea Doherty. Ms. Doherty, your full name is Andrea Doherty.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Doherty, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Doherty, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Doherty, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Doherty?
I'm good, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Doherty, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Macon. Attorney Macon, how are you doing?
It's Monday morning, Your Honor. I'm doing pretty good.
Well, that's good. And the state is represented in this case by Attorney Andrew Hubel. Attorney Hubel, how are you doing?
State here's Mr. Macon's announcement.
Okay. Same sentiments. Now, Mr. Macon, do you waive a record in Ms. Doherty's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Doherty, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, Ms. Doherty, it alleges that you, Andrea Doherty, on or about May 14th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense, driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more. 1 minute. Okay, everyone that's on Zoom, please put your mic on mute. The person that has, I think is user 67121, please put your mic on mute. Thank you. Okay, now Ms. Doherty. To this Class A misdemeanor, driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more, how do you plead guilty? Well, first of all, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty. Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? For the Class A misdemeanor. You can erase where you got the
It's Monday morning.
yeah.
Tomorrow's just Monday's record stuff.
Okay. Now, Ms. Doherty, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials. That's actually 2 set of initials. Second set of initials out is your attorney's initials, JRM. And the second set of initials is just ABD.
Yeah.
Place your initials on this document.
Yeah.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this Your
Yes.
signature on the line is titled defendant. At the top of this document, there are two boxes checked. The first box is checked, states that this is a plea bargaining case and this is not. And you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
Second box is checked, states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Doherty, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Macon, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Doherty, are you a citizen of the United States?
Except for stage one.
Any objections?
We have no objection to stage one.
No objections. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Macon, you've advised and counseled Ms. Doherty, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Doherty, your attorney, Mr. Macon, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir. Very.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Doherty, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that your plea, that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement in Ms. Doherty's case?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement is to 15 months deferred probation with a $750 fine, 50 hours community service in the installation, maintaining an airlock device, as well as to give you guys standard conditions of probation.
She can't get deferred on a DWI with a BAC of 0.15 or more.
My understanding. they
Yeah,
waived
we-
that, Your Honor.
Oh, he did, well, he didn't say he waived it.
That was the state's position, Your Honor. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay,
he has to go back. You're gonna redo the paperwork too.
no, well, I was added to.
What's gonna be, it's gonna be a DWI first instead of, Class A. I mean, it's gonna be a Class B. Titled, information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. However, the state is abandoning the enhancement paragraph, which was make this a lesser included offense, will be a Class B misdemeanor. Okay. Now you're gonna have to check off the. Erase that box on where it says DWI first. Okay. And to the Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated, which allegedly occurred on or about May 14th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest? Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily,
Yes, sir.
and are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
I am.
Now, Ms. Dorothy, I also have before me misdemeanor plea admonishments, also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Now, just for the record, on page 1 where it says driving while intoxicated, DWI first offense, Class B misdemeanor, states the range of punishment is confinement in jail for at least 72 hours and not to exceed 180 days, a fine not to exceed $2,000 for both such fine and confinement. Do you understand the range of punishment for a Class B misdemeanor?
Yes, sir.
And on page 2 of this document, you acknowledge that this was your initials on page 2 on the line that's titled guilty. You also acknowledge that this was your signature on page 3. And on the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, you acknowledge that this was your signature on the line that's titled defendant, and you acknowledge that you understood the 2 boxes that was checked. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Do you have that discovery? And you also acknowledge that this was your signature on the discovery certification?
Yeah.
And you also acknowledge that before you initial deed, your attorney went over these documents with you,
Yes,
and you understood everything that your attorney went over.
yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Macon acknowledged that, first of all, Mr. Macon waived a record in this case. And
Yes,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Macon acknowledged that there was no evidence that Ms. Doherty was mentally incompetent in trial. And Ms. Doherty acknowledged that she was satisfied with the representation of Mr. Macon and state. And the court will find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The court will find that you are mentally competent in trial. The court will also find that your plea and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. The court will accept your plea guilty. State, do we have a plea bargaining agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
The agreement is to 15 months deferred probation, with $750 fine, 50 hours community service, the installation and maintenance of an interlock device, and DWI staying condition of probation.
Okay. It. Alcohol assessment. You must defer. Let's go. What is our code cross?
37.
377.
I won't lie.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not good. Let's just use 850. 850. Two 267. 14. Okay. Okay, Ms. Doherty, the state is offering that you serve 15 months deferred adjudicated probation during the 15-month probationary period. You'll be required to pay a fine of $750, plus court costs of $377. You'll also be required to pay a DWI conviction fee of conviction fine of $100. You'll also be required to pay $60 a month for probation fee, $50 a month.
That's fine.
Your analysis fee and a reimbursement fee of $15. You also be required to pay Jefferson County DWI initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month, is $169 a month. Will you be able to pay the $169 each month?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You will also be required to perform 50 hours of community service. You're required to install an interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate, attend and complete the DWI education class, have an alcohol assessment, and adhere to the other standard terms of DWI
Yes, sir.
probation. Now, Ms. Doherty, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
Do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Doherty, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Where's the bailiff? Or just have a seat and they're gonna call you up and you're gonna follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you're finished following the directions of the bailiff, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr. Macon, you have any other
I have
case?
one more.
Okay.
announcement.
Okay, okay, hold on a minute. Let me get to that case. Alva Leon Schillings Jr. Mr. Schilling, your full name is Alva Leon Schillings Jr.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Schillings?
Good. How are you today?
Oh, who is that? Make sure that your phones are off in the courtroom. You doing fine?
Sir,
Okay, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
yes, sir.
Mr. Schilling, you're represented in your case by your attorney, James Macon, Attorney Macon. What is your announcement in Mr. Schilling's case?
Your Honor, in Mr. Schilling's case, I represent with Mr. Trichter. And Mr. Trichter and Andrew are working on a resolution of the case. I would ask for a short reset.
Okay,
Let me finalize that.
okay, give us a standard reset.
That'd be-
October 28th. Okay, this case is reset to October 28th, 2024. Mr. Schillings, your attorney is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, sir.
Hello, sir.
Okay, everybody on Zoom, make sure your mics is on mute. When we call your case, you can take your mic off of mute.
Yes.
But.
in the little room, you see a leader. And when he talking,
Okay, I gotta take down this school.
yeah, they are almost down. They are almost down.
Go on for me.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone that's on Zoom, make sure your mic's on mute. The person that has Dim's iPhone, make sure your mic is on mute.
Oh. Can you repeat?
Okay, I'll mute it for you.
You have to mute your mic, mute.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Grove,
Yes, sir.
you have Larry Holler.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Holler?
The state also has a motion in this case, Judge.
Hold on a minute. Okay, Mr. Holler, your full name is Larry Holler?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Holler?
Pretty good.
Good. Mr. Holler, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney David Grove. Attorney Grove, how are you doing?
Real good. Thank you, Judge.
That's good. Now, Mr. Grove, the state has filed a motion for continuance in this case. It's stating that the officer who's a necessary witness in this case is unavailable. Mississippi police witness, was unable to be successfully contacted.
That's correct, Your Honor. I've reached out to him numerous occasions through 3 different methods of contact, and I've received no response whatsoever. I've left voicemails, emails, text messages, and been unresponded to.
You called the supervisor?
I have not reached out to the supervisor. I did send the subpoena directly, the trial letter directly to the agency as well.
Okay.
I've been reaching out to him for about 3 weeks now.
Now, Mr. Grove, you have any objections?
Judge, I'm not going to object to them because they cannot get a witness up here this week, so that's fine. Although, you know, we do still want to go to trial because trial is not changed his mind or anything,
I understand. I'm looking at this case,
but it is getting older.
Yeah, and it's the state's first motion for continuance.
Yes, sir, that's correct. I believe this is their first motion. I don't ever oppose those.
Okay. Now this case gonna be reset to November 4th as well. Okay, this case will be reset for trial November 4th of 2024. Mr. Haller, your attorney is gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You as well, sir.
Okay. Mr. Grove, that's your last case?
Yes, sir.
That's the only case? Okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr.
Judge.
Okay, Mr. Doyle.
Yes, sir.
This is Gregory Allen Warner.
the offer.
Okay, this is cause number 23 CCCR 2114, excuse me, 2116, case of style of state of Texas versus Gregory Allen Warner. Mr. Warner, is that your full name? How are you doing, Mr. Warner? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Warner. You're represented in your case by your attorney Peter Dahl. Attorney Dahl, how are you doing?
Pretty fair, dude, pretty fair.
And Mr. Dahl, this case is on the pretrial conference docket. What is your announcement?
Well, we got the offer, but, I wasn't able to get with him in the last week. So, because of the age of the case, we could either set it in the trial docket or, just set it for another week or 2 weeks. Or a month. I don't care, I just,
Okay, okay, we're gonna put him on the trial docket. Give us a trial date. Is that November the 4th? In this case, reset for trial November 4th. In 2024, Mr. Warner, you're gonna get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go. And hold on a minute. Let me do this. It's just on free trial. Free trial. Okay, Mr. Warner, court gave you some conditions of bond, is that correct? Conditions of bond? One of the conditions is required to have an interlock device on, any vehicle that you own or operate, is that correct?
I got a photo.
You have a portable device, okay? Now, the other condition is you're required to attend AANA meetings 3 times a week and provide proof to the court, is that correct? Okay, do you have your sign-in sheet? Okay, you're supposed to bring that sign-in sheet today. Now, what you can do is you can give a copy to your attorney can send it to the court. Okay, today. It's either, or we can give you the fax number and email address where you can send that information to us, okay?
Yeah,
Now, have you been attending AANA?
been working on it, yeah.
Okay,
And
then we,
that requires me, I don't have a car, so I work a lot.
have you contacted anybody with
I,
AANA?
I went to one class, to be honest with you.
Okay, now you do know that there are, get us to you, right? There are several locations in Jefferson County that you can call, and it's all times of the day and evening, okay, 7 days a week. Okay, now, if you fail to attend those NAA meetings, you'll be violating your bonds and condition. If you violate your bond and condition, as I mentioned to you, when we gave you those bonds, okay, those conditions of bond, that your bond can be revoked, and if your bond is revoked, you'll be placed in the Jefferson County Jail. You understand that? Okay? So, now, do you still have that sign-in sheet? No, you have to think about it. You probably don't have it. Let me,
I have it somewhere.
okay, I'm gonna get this to you so you won't have to look for it. Here you go. You get that to him. Okay. So that's your sign-in sheet. That's locations. You need to call those. That's I don't know how many locations on that. It's probably about 20, 30 different locations. One of them, should be, convenient for your schedule, okay? So your case is gonna be reset. The attorney, is gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. Now your case is set on November 4th, 2024. On that day, we need to have, that signage, you need to bring that signing sheet with you, verifying that you went to AANA meetings, okay? All right. Please get your reset. Mr. Dahl, do you have any other cases? Okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is Grim Wynn here? Oh, he is? Okay. Which, Drum Wynn? Okay, that's it. Okay. Mr. Wynn, this is cause number 23CCCR 1998. Case of style of state of Texas versus Drum and Wynn. Mr. Wynn, is that your full name?
My full name is DM, DIEM. My middle name is this letter M only, M
Okay.
like, and my last name is Nguyen, NGGYEN.
Okay. How are you doing, Mr. Wynn?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Wynn, you're represented in your case by your attorney, LaKayla Friday. Miss Friday, how you doing?
Oh, well, thank you, Judge.
And Miss Friday, what is your announcement in Mr. Wynn's case?
Judge, we have reached a plea agreement, but Mr. Wynn is a CDL appeal, you know. Mr. Wynn is a resident of California, so that's why he's on his own. But in order to take a plea, I was gonna ask the court if we can do it via Zoom, or did he need to make arrangements to come to Texas?
Oh, he needs to be here in person. You can't do a plea in absentia.
Right, Judge, so
Yeah,
can we have time for that? He'll have to
Yeah.
come from California.
yeah, we'll reset it. Okay, how much time do you need?
I would assume about 30 days.
30 days? Okay, is that enough time, Mr. Wynn?
You will have to appear in person, Mr. Wynn, do you understand?
Nó nói là mình không có làm online được, mình phải tới đó, cho nên nó cho mình 30. Ở đó nó hẹn lại 30 ngày. Bác nhiệm nghĩ là bác nghĩ lên đó được không? Tới Texas.
Mình có tới đó được,
Dạ, nó nói là mình phải tới đó.
phải tới là
Dạ,
không online được.
dạ không.
And if somebody talk to me in Vietnamese.
Yes.
Okay, give us a reset date. Give up 30 to 45 days.
That's fine.
November
Let me check-
4th?
Let me check.
Oh,
my
okay.
calendar. But Judge, will we need an interpreter that day?
May I asking?
Okay,
I have no choice. I need to attend over there.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, now what?
November the 4th is works for me.
November the 4th? Okay. Okay, we can, this case is gonna be reset November 4th, 2024.
Cho mình thông dịch đó, hỏi là translator.
Sure.
Your attorney would have to file a motion for a translator.
Gotcha.
Oh, will the judge take the court now?
Would you honor him, would you honor allow someone to be brought on his behalf to interpret it, or do you want an actual interpreter?
We have, she would have to file a motion for an interpreter, and then we have, folks that the county contracts with. But, you know, we have to look at it and see. You have to file your ACI motion. Okay.
Maybe excuse, Judge?
Yes, once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Wynn, stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. They will be given notice of your reset. Once you get your reset, well, just stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Cảm ơn.
Yes, thank you.
All right,
Yeah,
you're free
yeah.
to go.
I just have to announce the judge when the court's ready.
Okay. Jonathan Ray Abshire.
In the hallway.
Oh, with the kids.
Yeah.
Well, actually. I'll watch it.
The court is in session in clause numbers 23 CCCR 0344 and clause number 23 CCCR 1453. Both cases are styled state of Texas versus Jonathan Ray Abshire. Mr. Abshire, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Abshire?
Good, sir. And you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Abshire, you represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thanks.
Mr. Parker, what is your announcements in Mr. Abshire cases?
We finally got the videos, Judge, and we're asking for time him to come in. We had some issues early on with them, but they seem to be working out. I want to get him in with the videos and we'll be able to say something, tell you next time what we're gonna do.
Okay, State, you have any objections?
None at all, Judge.
Give us a reset date. Okay, this case will be reset October 28th for announcement. October 28th, 2024. Mr. Abshire, your attorney is going to get your recess. Once you get your recess from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Ryan Stephen Jackson. This is cause numbers M330670 K and cause number M331584. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Ryan Stephen Jackson. Mr. Jackson, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jackson, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Jackson, you're representing your cases by your attorney, Attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, what's your announcement in Mr. Jackson's cases?
Your Honor, we're gonna ask for a little more time. Well, talked at length with the prosecutor about this case. There was, and as I understanding on both sides, that this case was gonna be resolved, but with a dismissal because the victim didn't want to pursue it. There's been some recent communication that she's had with the victim. It indicates that she wants to continue.
Hold on. Okay,
So she wants to continue, and part of the plea offer is that there's no contact yet. The parties have been living together, and so I think the state's gonna try to reach out and talk to the victim again to confirm what's going on with him.
okay, is that correct, Say?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, give us a reset date. Okay, this case, or these cases will be reset to October 28th, 2024. Once you get your reset from your attorney, Mr. Jackson, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Parker, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day. Mr. West? Okay. Israel Josiah Hanson.
This is Andrew's case, Judge, and
Oh,
currently.
oh. Oh, he's not a, I can recall it. Just have a seat. Yeah. Okay.
I apologize, Judge. I don't know his announcement on this case.
Okay, this is cause number 23 CCCR 1216, case of style state of Texas versus Darius Alexander Perkins. Mr. Perkins, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Perkins? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Perkins, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Marvel Provo. Attorney Provo, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Your Honor.
And Ms. Provo, Mr. Perkins' case is set on the announcement docket. What is your announcement?
We would like to see if we can retain just one more setting on the announcement document. I can just discuss the offer I received with the.
Okay, you was appointed on the launch. Okay, we're gonna reset it on the announcement docket. Okay, this case is gonna be reset for October 28, 2024. Mr. Perkins, you're gonna get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Sasha Sanford. Two cases, cause numbers 24 CCCR 0242 and cause number 24 CCCR 1926. Ms. Sanford, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Sanford?
Doing good.
Okay, Ms. Sanford, you're representing your cases by your attorney, Attorney Marvel Provo. Attorney Provo, what is your announcement in Ms. Sanford's cases?
We would like to retain those cases on the announcement document, Your Honor. I just recently received the VWI case on the recently, and I just got access to discovery.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, like you just appointed on 9/20. Okay. Okay, give us a reset date for announcement. Well, 30 days will be fine. She needs to get her discovery. Okay, these cases will reset to October 28, 2024. Ms. Sanford, once you get your recess from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. What is she looking?
The governmental intoxicator or whatever, that was already taken care of. I don't understand why that's in the docket.
Your Honor.
Oh, I can look at the file, but let me see, this is on the announcement. I think this is Sanford.
Yeah, that's the one I just got appointed to.
Sanford, which one is that? Sir?
That's the VWI.
24 CCCR 1926.
Mhm.
Okay. You said it was just taken care of. This case was, when was it taken care of?
Let's see.
Hold on, this case, hold on a minute. I show this case. It's a 2023 case, but they just filed this case last month, August 5th of 2024.
Last week. Yeah, it was already taken care of.
Unless she got pretrial diversion and then they kicked her out of the program. I don't know. I don't see that in this file. Only thing I see is that the offense allegedly occurred on May 31st of 2023, and the DA's office filed this case August the 5th of 2024. Last month.
Yeah, no, that was taken care of last year.
Your Honor, stays requesting that this be drug tested.
Okay. Have a seat in the jury box. You need to call the probation department. Have a seat in the jury box. Okay. We just wait around. Yes. Okay, oh, Mr. West. Yeah. Israel Josiah Hanson. You gonna call? Okay, this is cause number 23 CC Sierra 2210. Case is style the state of Texas versus Israel Josiah Hanson. Mr. Hanson, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Hanson?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Hanson. You're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney John West. Attorney West, how are you doing?
Great. Thank you.
That's good. And stage represented again by Mr. Hubert. Mr. West, what is your announcement?
Ready, Your Honor.
State,
State's ready.
okay. Now, did we look at that jury thing to make sure that they're gonna be here at 1:30 this afternoon? Hold on a minute. Okay, be back this afternoon at 1:30 today. Let's see. We have Hector Luis Torres Dominguez.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that
Mr. Ajay's client, sorry to interrupt. Mr. Ajay is in the hospital at the moment. I called Friday, he wasn't feeling good, and I called the court to see if we could reset. But they said that I had to appear in Zoom and asked you if we could reset because it's an older case. I have two cases, but he's in the hospital and he's not gonna be able to attend. So I was asking,
okay, let me ask you a question.
yes, sir. This
Is
is,
that Mr. Dominguez in the office?
yes, sir.
Yes.
This is him.
Okay. He also has Joel Espinoza. Where is Mr. Espinoza?
He's in your courtroom.
He's here? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's there.
Okay, thanks.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's reset these cases. We'll put these cases on the trial docket.
November 4th.
Okay, these cases will be reset till November 4th for trial.
Yes, sir.
Tell Mr. Attorney Adjai, the court is praying that he have a full and speedy recovery,
Thank you, sir.
okay? And Mr. Dominguez, let him know that his attorney, Mr. Adjai, will be sent notice of his reset date. On that day, he need to be in court in person.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Dominguez, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr. Espinoza, you're gonna come forward, get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go as well.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have
you're
a great
welcome.
day.
All right,
Bye.
same to you. Mr. Crenshaw,
Yes, sure.
this is cause number M 331-592. Case to style the state of Texas versus John Frank Breeden. Mr. Breeden, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Breeden?
Been better, but blessed to be on top of the grass instead of below it.
That's good. Mr. Breeden, you're representing in your case by your attorney Corey Crenshaw, Attorney Crenshaw. How are you doing?
I am doing well, Your Honor. Just returned from your old stomping ground of New Orleans.
Okay.
Yes, happy to be here.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Crenshaw, what's your announcement in Mr. Breeden's case?
We are so close, Judge. I believe the prosecution needs to confer with the case agent or the arresting officer. She is no longer employed with the game warden service. And
that's what you
so
said.
once that conversation can happen, I made an offer to resolve this. I'm very optimistic it will be resolved without the need for a trial. If we could please come back on your December 16th pretrial conference docket where I've already got cases set, I believe we can get.
You have any
this done.
objections?
None at all, Judge.
Okay, so it's December 16th, 2024, pretrial conference. Okay. And Mr. Breeden, your attorney is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. Stacy Simmons LaPointe.
If we could call that one last,
Oh,
Judge,
okay.
I believe I may be able to resolve that today.
Okay,
but,
okay.
if we could recall that one.
Okay. Okay, you're free to go. Robert Mirabella.
Here, Judge. I have good news on this one, Judge. I've been in contact with Ashley Malfino, the director for the Veterans Court Program. We are in the process of having the VA approve him for the program. Once that's done, it will be a plea and with the understanding that he completes the Veterans Court program.
Veterans. Okay, just give us a reset. You know how long she said it's gonna be?
I can't imagine it'd take more than a month, Judge, but if we could just come back on the December 16th date, since I'll already be here, I'm
Okay.
feeling it will be.
Okay, December 16th, Veterans Court. Okay, and that's on both of his cases.
Yes, both, Judge. One will be dismissed.
Okay. And Mr. Marabella, stay in contact with your attorney and your mom. You're free to go. You have a blessed day. Thank you. Jason David Powell.
On this one, Judge, I file a motion to withdraw.
Oh, Powell? Oh, okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. This is on the retrial. Retrial. This is. This is his name is. There it is. Oh, I had it. Mr. Powell, how are you doing?
Been better.
Okay, now, Mr. Powell, your attorney, Mr. Crenshaw has filed a motion to withdraw in your case. Have you read that motion? Oh, let me read this right quick.
The basis.
Are you opposed to Mr. Crenshaw withdrawing as your attorney of record in this case?
I should say that he's doing everything he can at this point.
Okay,
Been on financial troubles.
okay, so you're unopposed to the motion?
Yes.
I can't, I mean, you got to tell me yes or
I'm
no.
unopposed.
I mean,
I'm for continue to be my attorney.
okay, but you understand that you and your attorney has a contract. And he's basically saying that you breached the contract.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
still owe him $3.
Okay, what I'm just saying, he's saying that you breached it, basically you breached your contract.
Mhm.
So are you opposed to his motion?
No, sir.
Okay, now this is what the court is going to do. Now, the court is going to grant this motion to withdraw. Now, once the court grants the motion to withdraw, your attorney of record, Mr. Crenshaw, is relieved of his duties as your attorney. Now, as a defendant in a criminal case, you have three options regarding your right to have an attorney. One option is you can hire an attorney. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you may request that an attorney be appointed to represent you, or you may represent yourself. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. I do.
Okay, now, Mr. Crenshaw just signed the motion to allow you to withdraw off this case. You're relieved of any obligation
All right,
that you have in this case.
thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, now, I still need to talk to him. Now, could we have a judge's explanation of rights? Get one with everything on it. What she's going to do, she's going to get you a document. The document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. And in that document, I'm going to go over that document with you. It basically tells you what your rights are as a defendant who does not have an attorney at this point. I briefly explained to you what's in that document. Now, the first page is, yeah, if you need your eyeglasses, the first page is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. Do you see that title?
Yes, sir.
Now, as a defendant in a criminal case, you have three options regarding your right to have an attorney. Number one, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
Number two, if you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you may request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option? And number three, you may represent yourself. And you can represent yourself if you waive or give up the right to have an attorney. Do you understand that option? Okay, now, If you want an attorney to represent you and you have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset. Reset means you'll be given another court date to give you time to hire your attorney. If you want an attorney and you do not have enough money to hire one, you will need to fill out a financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you understand that? Now, you may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. What that basically means is this: if you want to represent yourself, you will have the opportunity to talk to one of the prosecutors to see if you can settle your case. But you cannot talk to one of the prosecutors unless you first sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. The written waiver is a document that is titled Waiver of Counsel for purposes of entering a guilty plea or proceeding to trial. Should be another document on there. But now, if you waive your right to have an attorney and you desire to represent yourself, that big paragraph in there states that you should be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including a loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you choose to proceed without an attorney, you may change your mind at any time and may request that counsel be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that? Now, at the bottom of that document, in bold letters, it states, defendant's choice, mark initials next to only one choice. If your choice is to hire your own attorney, then you will place your initials on the first line to the left. Now, if you have already hired an attorney to represent you in your case, then you will place your initials on the second line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is to apply for a court-appointed attorney, then you'll place your initials on the third line to the left. If you've already been appointed a court-appointed attorney to represent you in your case, then you'll place your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. Now, if your choice is to waive your right to have an attorney, that is, give up your right to have an attorney and you desire to represent yourself, then you'll place your initials on the fifth line to the left. Now, once you have finished initialing one of the 5 lines, then you will sign your name on the line that is titled defendant, and you will date it today's date, and today's date is September 23rd of 2024. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you could go ahead and make your choice. Okay, may I have that document? Thank you. Now, Mr. I should have. Mr. Powell. Okay, now, Mr. Powell, you have selected the first line stating you want your case reset to hire your attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Powell, I'm going to show you this document. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
And all these your initials on the line that's titled, that state you like to have your case reset to hire your own attorney. Now, before you signed and initial this document, did you read the document? Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
It is.
Okay, Mr. Powell, your case is going to be reset to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney. I'm going to sign, just sign this judge's explanation. The coordinator is going to reset your case. Once you get your case reset by the court coordinator, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
My last one, Judge, was Jose Salinas. And, I spoke with, Simmons about that and, I just sent her an email on it, and I do believe that we will, have that resolved before the next setting.
Okay, hold on a
But
minute.
if we could please, reset it. And
Jose A. Salinas, will you please come forward?
I'm optimistic it'll be resolved for the Class C, and so, I'll get that paid out.
Okay.
to Court, and, so if we could just come back maybe on the December 9th.
Is it December 9th?
Well, I have one on the 16th, and you have one on the 16th and one on the 9th. I'm just trying not to make
Okay.
the 16th too crazy.
Okay,
I think
now,
I've already got 10 cases.
Mr. Salinas, your full name is Jose A. Salinas. How are you doing, Mr. Salinas? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, your attorney is requesting that your case be reset to December 9th of 2024. State, you have any objections?
Not at all, Judge.
Okay, now, Mr. Salinas, your case is going to be reset to December 9th, 2024. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay,
I'm gonna
you have that one
continue
case.
to work on LaPointe, and
Okay.
I'll let the court know if we have a resolution.
Okay,
Judge, I sent you. There.
on Simeon,
And with this.
okay. What, it's on announcement? Your trial. Okay. Christian Simeon? Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is now in session in 2 cases. Cause numbers 23 CCCR 2458 and cause number M333812. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Christian Armani James Simeon. Mr. Simeon, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Simeon, would you please raise your right hand? Simeon, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Mr. Simeon, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Simeon? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Simeon, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Charles Rojas. Attorney Rojas, how are you doing?
Doing good.
Mr. Rojas. Do you waive a record in Mr. Simeon's cases?
We do, Your Honor.
Mr. Simeon, I have before me in cause number 23 CCCR 2458, a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, Mr. Simeon, it alleges that you, Christian Armani James Simeon, on or about September 5th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Mr. Simeon, do you understand what you have been charged with? And to this charge, Mr. Simeon, how did you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes.
Mr. Simeon, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment, is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, There are a set of initials CS on the line next to boxes checked guilty. Did you plead guilty or no contest?
No concept. Oh, well, good, I'm thinking.
Okay. So now you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Now, Mr. Simeon, I have before me on page 2 of this document, set of initials that are on the line next to a box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initial CS on this document? On page 3 of the same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? And Mr. Simeon, I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Now, Mr. Simeon, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Simeon, are you a citizen of the United States?
State States 1.
Any objections? No objections. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Simeon, Mr. Rojas, you advised and counseled Mr. Simeon. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Simeon, your attorney, Mr. Rojas, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Mr. Simeon, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that that the evidence is sufficient to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I will also find that your pleas and waivers was freely and voluntarily given state. Do we have a plea bargain agreement in this case?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 6 days in the Jefferson County Jail, credit for 6 days, and to tax and retire all court costs.
Mr. Simeon, the state is offering that you serve 6 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given credit for the 6 days that you have already served. The court cost in this case is taxed and retired. That means that you will not be required to pay the court costs because the time that you have spent in jail has already paid it off. And state, are you dismissing the companion case?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And the state will be dismissing the companion case, cause number M333812. Mr. Simeon, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
You think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Simeon, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Simeon, please stand next to the bailiff, follow her directions. Once you follow her directions and get a copy of your paperwork, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. Mr. Rojas, do you have any more cases?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Ross, once you get a copy of the dismissal, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day as well.
Thank you.
Sanford. Okay, this is cause number 24, CCCR 0242. Case is style and cause numbers 24 CCCR 1926. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Sasha Sanford. Ms. Sanford was present in court this morning. Ms. Sanford was told to sit in the jury box. Ms. Sanford, during the session, left the courtroom. Ms. Sanford is no longer in the courthouse. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Sasha Sanford at the courthouse door?
Yes, sir. Dr. Sanford.
Need an order. Okay, Sasha Sanford, name has just been called at the courthouse door. There's no answer. Sasha Sanford bonds will be forfeited and cause number, well, state, do you have a motion?
Stays moved for bond forfeiture, Your Honor.
Those motions will be granted. Sasha Sanford's bond will be forfeited and cause number 24 CCCR 0242 and cause number 24 CCCR 1926. Okay. Okay. Let's okay. And Ms. Provo, is that your last two cases? Well, you may have to wait around.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a while.
Okay. Okay, next. Mr. Wilkerson. Kayla Wiggins. Miss Wiggins, your full name is Kayla Wiggins. How are you doing, Miss Wiggins? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Wiggins, you're represented in your case by your attorney William Wilkerson. Mr. Wilkerson, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge. Thank you for asking.
Okay, now, Mr. Wilkerson, what is your announcement in Ms. Wiggins' case?
Your Honor, we're gonna keep it on the trial docket. We would, she does want to proceed to trial. Now, I do have an offer to discuss with her. However, given the facts and circumstances surrounding the case, I strongly doubt she will agree to plea on the case.
So you want to put up?
That was
So this case is on the trial docket. So what's your announcement? You ready?
Yes, correct.
Okay, state, okay. Miss Wiggins, you need to come back to court at 1:30 for trial. 1:30 today, okay?
Oh, are good. I was told that Mr. Ross was reset to run with his felonies.
Ross,
It hasn't been reset yet, but the
Who's
state
Ross?
asked that.
well, hold on, is Ross, what docket?
Yes, sir. He's on an announcement. He's not on the other one this morning here, I believe.
There's a PSI.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, he's here. They just reset his.
Kevin Ross? Mr. Ross, your full name is Kevin D. Ross.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Ross?
Good.
That's good. Now, Mr. Ross, you represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney William Wilkerson. Attorney Wilkerson, what's your announcement?
Judge, Mr. Ross is awaiting sentencing in a pending felony case, I believe 2 of them. And so we would like to set this on the same day that his sentencing is set. I believe
When is that?
November 18th, 2024, Your Honor.
November 18th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Ross, your case will be reset November 18th, 2024, along with your felony. Now, on that day, you need to come here, I guess, and check in, then you go down there and take care of that matter, then you're gonna come back here, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're gonna get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too.
And I'll be back. Is it 1 or 1:30, Judge?
1:30.
1:30.
Gil. Yeah. James Paul Griffin Richard. Mr. Richard, Griffin Richard, how are you doing?
Good.
And Mr. Griffin Richard, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Dustin Galmore. Attorney Galmore, how are you doing?
Great, Judge. Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Galmore, what's your announcement in Mr. Griffin Richard's case?
Judge, we have finished the discovery in this case. We're going to apply for pretrial diversion. And so if we could get a month to do that.
Pretrial diversion. The next one is in December, isn't it?
October, Judge.
Oh, the next one is October, but he
The
probably
signing,
won't,
he probably need more
he,
time.
he won't get in that, so we're gonna do it in December. Second week in December. Okay, this case will be reset December 16th, 2024. Once you get your reset from your attorney, Mr. Griffin Richard, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Okay.
Okay. Backs on Linthicum,
Linthicum,
is he on Zoom?
well, no, Judge, Linthicum was reset last week. Felony court resetting last week. I bet
It was reset last week?
last week it was.
Okay, I don't have it on this one.
What docket is?
So it was reset last week
Reset last week.
What docket is it on, Judge?
on the announcement docket.
Oh, okay, I don't see it on mine.
Second page. Oh, that just came yesterday.
Okay,
So it must be.
last week they said. Next case is cause number 23 CCCR 0972. That's David Pertita. He's on Zoom.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Pertita, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Pertita, you represented in your case by Attorney Dustin Galmore. Attorney Galmore, what's your announcement in Mr. Pertita's case?
Judge, Mr. Partita was accepted in the BIP program.
Oh, he was?
And so I believe we're going to sign the first week of October. So if we could have a setting after that case, maybe.
Give us a reset.
November 4th.
Okay, this case will be reset November 4th, 2024. Mr. Partita, your attorney and your bondsman will get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, well, stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. You too. Did you say November 4th?
Yes,
Okay, I just want to put it on my
9
calendar.
a.m. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Next case is Stephen Anthony Sampson Jr. On the trial docket. Mr. Sampson, your full name is Stephen Anthony Sampson Jr. How are you doing, Mr. Sampson?
Very well, thanks.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Sampson, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Dustin Galmore. Attorney Galmore, what's your announcement in Mr. Sampson's case?
Judge, I believe we filed an unopposed motion for continuance on this case. I'm actually
Who?
scheduled.
Hold on a minute. Let me see. Motions. So you're saying you gotta take a test next week?
Yes, Judge, I'm scheduled to take my board certification test on Tuesday. So this week I'm scheduled to take preparation classes. I've reset my felony trials. So this is about 1 week to prepare board certification next week.
I think in the past, the state has filed two motions.
We
for
have your-
continuous, stating that the expert wasn't available. Now, the expert is available this time, but
They are, Judge. The state's ready on our end, but we're not opposed to
Yeah.
continuing by the defense.
And I got with them last week, Judge, just to make sure they were aware. I spoke with the state last week.
I mean, this case has been continued. This is,
Is it defense first motion?
yes, I think it is. Let me, I'm looking at the, motion. Let me see this one, 23. That was the state. Right there. And I know the state did a, oh man, I missed it. I know that the state did another one. That's what it looks like. State did two. I don't see any defense motions.
But just consider it's their first, it's a request continuance.
Yeah. I don't see any.
One setting on the next one.
Yeah, we don't have to expert. Okay, give us a date. Yeah, this case is reset November 18th, 2024. Okay, you can, you get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Is that Jorge or George?
Mr. Jorge Gonzalez, and he's on Zoom.
That's not the guy in the bed, huh? Whoever's in bed, you need to be sitting up. Which one is it? Person that's on iPhone? Yeah, he ain't gonna be.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, let me do it.
Hope he's not snoring.
Hold on a minute. Oh, man. Let me do this.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, is that, which one is, yours? Is Mr. Gonzalez? Who is Mr. Gonzalez? I see Lopez and I see Sanchez. I removed him.
I don't think that was. It had to be him, Gonzalez,
You said he was on Zoom. He's no, these two guys are not.
and their name, I have them.
Well, Judge, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll step out, see if I can't locate him, and then
Okay,
I'll get on if I locate him.
okay. Mr. Is that Paulo? Paulvo?
Lionel.
That was a dismissal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Leonel Paulvo? Was he on the docket?
He's on the trial docket, Judge.
Paulvo, who's the attorney?
It's Mr. Guilford and he is on Zoom.
Judge,
Oh.
that's my case.
Okay, Mr. Mr. Gilthorpe, the state is dismissing Leonel Paulvo's case. I'm signing the dismissal right now. Person came in again.
He's still in bed?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
sir, the person that has iPhone. Yeah, please state your full name. And just put it on mute.
Judge, do you want me to try in Spanish?
He has it on mute. He shouldn't be, well,
oh, he wasn't laying down, he was sitting down there.
No, he was like.
he was laying down.
He's just sitting on the bed.
Looked like his back was, I don't know.
Did I sign, make sure I signed Leonel Paulvo. I just signed the dismissal on Leonel Paulvo.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Now, Mr. Gilthorpe, do you have any, I see you have Manuel Sanchez Oliva.
Yes,
He's
Judge.
also on Zoom.
Yes, Judge.
And Mr. Where is he?
He's
Manuel Sanchez Oliva?
Yes,
Okay, how are you doing, Mr. Sanchez Oliva?
good.
That's good. Now, Mr. Sanchez Oliva, you represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Jerry Gilthorpe. Attorney Gilthorpe, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge.
And Mr. Gilthorpe, what's your announcement? This case is on the trial docket.
Hey, Judge, I'm ready, but I believe that was one of the cases where an interpreter was needed.
We had a motion for an interpreter in this case?
Your Honor, this case was actually transferred over from CC3 and it was transferred directly to the trial docket. There was a motion on file. I don't believe our courts heard it. With that being said, this case wasn't even assigned to prosecutor in our court until about a week ago. So it came to my attention this morning. The victim showed up, point witness, and she's also Spanish speaking only. So we would need an interpreter for the case as well.
So y'all gonna have to file a motion,
Correct, Judge.
get your, yeah. Okay, so let's, we're gonna reset these cases, this case, excuse me, for trial, so you can get an interpreter. Okay, give us a reset date. Okay, this case is reset November 18th, 2024. Yeah, you're free to go. Mr. Sanchez Oliva, stay in contact with your attorney and you have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Hold on a minute. Have any more? Gilthorpe. And Mr. Gilthorpe, was that your last? Oh, no, okay, we have,
No,
Emilio Lopez Orozco.
yes, Judge.
Mr. Lopez is on Zoom. Mr. Lopez, how are you doing? He must have his mic on mute.
Well, he's not on mute. I don't know.
It
if
must be
it's
silent. It must be real.
connected. He's not connected on his audio.
Oh, he's not.
I'm not sure because it doesn't show him muted.
Oh, okay.
But he must not have hit the right button to connect audio or something.
That's Mr. Lopez.
Yes.
Yeah, he's connected. He's connected on his audio. He just must have it turned down or something. I can see it here that he's connected.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Judge. But either way,
What's
Judge,
your announcement?
Judge, we're waiting on our video on that one. We've been connected for our written discovery, but we yet to have gotten our videos.
Okay.
And
So
so
you're still waiting on your discovery? Okay.
yes,
So
Judge.
okay, this case, give us a reset date, keep it on the announcement docket.
November.
Okay, this case will be reset to November 4th, 2024. Once you, now, Mr. Gilthorpe, your reset will be sent to you.
Understood.
And you can let your client know that his reset will be sent to him. Well, that you'll get his reset. You'll let him know when his court date is, and his bond will also let him know when his court date is. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. I'll make sure he understands.
Okay. Lopez. Let me see.
Señor López, ya se puede desconectar. I just told him that he's free to disconnect now, Judge.
Okay. 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 Now we have another gentleman, that's iPhone.
Yes, Judge. I believe that's Abel Medina.
What's his name?
Abel Medina.
Medina.
That was on the trial docket, Your Honor, and
It's on the trial docket?
yeah, and similar to the other case, state would request a preferential setting so that the state can get an interpreter for assistance with the complaining witness.
Hold on, I'm trying to. You said it's on the
Abel Medina order.
Arta, Medina Arta.
Sorry, Judge.
Okay. Okay, so so this case also needs an interpreter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So this case will be reset on November 18 as well. Okay. So this case will be reset November 18, 2024. Mr. Gilthorpe, your reset will be sent to you. And you're free to go. You can tell your client he's free to go as well.
Thank you, Judge. Señor Medina, ya se puede desconectar. Eso es todo para hoy. I told him, Judge.
Okay, somebody is connecting in on the iPhone. I wonder if that's that same guy. Connecting to audio.
I don't know, Judge.
Okay.
Those are all the cases that I had, though, Judge.
Okay, you're free to go. And
Thank you, Judge.
you have a blessed day.
You too, Judge.
Stacey Simmons LaPointe.
Take the memory enhancement in this game.
Let's see. Okay, this is cause number M331240. Case is styled State of Texas versus Stacy Simmons LaPointe. Ms. LaPointe, is that your full name? Ms. LaPointe, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Ms. LaPointe, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. LaPointe? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. LaPointe, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Corey Crenshaw. Mr. Crenshaw, do you waive a record in Ms. LaPointe's case?
I do, Your Honor.
Ms. LaPointe, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, well, this information alleged that you, that on or about August 28 of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed Class A misdemeanor DWI. The state is abandoning the enhancement paragraph. That's correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And so therefore, the state is abandoning the enhancement paragraph. What that means is, Ms. LaPointe, you will only be charged with a lesser included Class B misdemeanor offense for DWI. Do you understand that? Now, to the Class B misdemeanor driving while intoxicated case, which allegedly occurred on or about August 28 of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Ms. LaPointe, I also have before me a document on my tablet that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on the line next to a box that says check guilty. Did you place your initials on this document? And on the next page, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document that's titled trial court certification, the defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have before me on paper a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Now, Ms. LaPointe, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you understand everything that your attorney went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. LaPointe, are you a citizen of the United States?
Stand for state one.
No objection.
No objection. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Crenshaw, you advised in counsel, Ms. LaPointe, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. LaPointe, your attorney, Mr. Crenshaw, has advised in counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Ms. LaPointe, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement for defendant's plea of guilty is 180 days probated over 1 year with a $1,000 fine, 60 hours community service, installation and maintaining of an interlock device, and DWI standard conditions of probation.
What is her court cost? Okay, Ms. Lapointe, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you would not be required to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be on probation for a period of 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $1,000 plus court costs of 100. Plus court costs of $392. You'll also be required to pay the DWI conviction fine of $100. You'll be required to pay a probation fee of $6,000 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. You'll also be required to pay Jefferson County DWI education and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the police. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Your total monthly installments in this case is $219 a month. Will you be able to pay the $219 each month? You'll also be required to perform 60 hours of community service, install the interlock device on any vehicle that you own and operate, attend a completed DWI education class, have an alcohol assessment, and adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of DWI probation. Ms. Lapointe, do you understand the state's offer? Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Ms. Lapointe, I'll follow people are in agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Lapointe, you're gonna stand in front of the court coordinator, follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day, Mr. Crenshaw. I think this is your last case. You'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
This is my third Monday in a row with you. I know you'll miss me. Here next Monday. So y'all try to make it without me.
Yeah. Time what? Oh.
Zeke, for example.
This case is on the trial docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
State's motion. Hold on a minute. Get this. Motion for Yes. Okay. State is in, the court is in session. In cause number 23 CCCR 0464, case of South State of Texas versus Travis Colton Bruce. Mr. Bruce, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Bruce, you're represented in your case by your attorney Ryan Gertz. Attorney Gertz, how are you doing?
I'm great, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, now state, what's your announcement?
The state has a motion for continuance due to the unavailability of the law enforcement officer in this case.
I guess it's. And defense?
We don't have any objection, Judge.
Okay, I think this is the state's second motion to, for continuance. The defense filed one motion prior.
Sounds like we get one more to even it out.
No, no, it's not gonna be like that. Yeah.
But we'll accept a dismissal too, Judge.
Yeah, because now you had, I think the lab tech wasn't available. Now this time the trooper is not available. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, now we need to get this case set on a date when we can have them here. Okay, give us a reset date. November 18th. Okay. Apparently. November 18th, trial. You can get your reset, Mr. Gertz and Mr. Bruce. Once you get your reset, Mr. Bruce, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge.
Michael Hall. Okay, this is cause number M328100, case of South State of Texas versus Michael Hall. Mr. Hall, is that your full name?
Yes.
How are you doing, Mr. Hall?
This way, I'm gonna sit.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Hall, you represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Ryan Gerst, Attorney Gerst. What's your announcement?
If I may, Judge, and
Yeah.
if I may, Mr. Gertz. All right. So the situation with this case is that we were attempting to reach a plea bargain before this date. That didn't happen. Our lab tech on this case, Joanna Castaneda, is no longer with the Jefferson County crime lab, so we need to have these drugs retested. I would request a bit of time to have that done. Your Honor, there are going to be no more offers on this case. So, if this case,
I don't even see a motion for continuous in the file. I'm looking in the file.
and that it would be states first on this one. I have not, submitted a, motion yet, Your Honor.
Yeah, I see that.
I can do so if need be.
We need to have something in the file. Are you objecting?
Well, I mean,
I mean-
under the circumstances, I've asked Mr. Hubel to dismiss the case. He said he's not in a position to do that, so.
This is a 2020 case.
I understand, Your Honor. And like I was saying to the court, this is a situation where we've reached the end of the negotiation. There's not going to be any more offers, no more delays. It's
Hey,
given more
I mean,
time.
I assumed that when he was set on the trial docket. I mean, the case has been on, hold on a minute. I guess the last resetting was trial.
And to be fair to the state judge, Mr. Hubel has made several offers and we've gone back and forth about several different options for resolving the case. But we haven't been inactive about it, but my client's position is that he either wants a trial or dismissal.
He must have a couple of resets missing out of this file. But like it ends at, the last one I had was January 13, 2023. Michael Hall. That's the last one I see. That's the last thing I see in the file. Yeah, that's the last thing I see in the file. Unless there's some others.
The last reset was August 5th.
Yeah, that, I don't have that in there. Well, I was just trying to get to look at the complete file.
Wait. All you have to do is like, when you're in the file, see, today's date, and here's what the new return, it has a little.
I see that.
I just click that paper. and you should
Oh,
go
all
to
these
the-
resets, yeah. Okay. You see any motions? I just see the resets. Retrial court date letter.
Huh? What? Maybe it's
I just see that,
Okay, yeah, from June 10th. Put on the August 5th trial document. And then from August 5th today. So it was put on the trial document.
Well, we're gonna put this, this is gonna be a number one setting. Okay, we're gonna be tried, dismissed. Okay,
I understand that, Judge. Thank you.
yeah. When is that, no, let's see. Today is the 23rd. We have any dates in a latter part of October? We get 30 days, okay, the 28th. Okay, October 28th, number one trial. So it's gonna reset next month, number one trial.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, everyone's in trouble. They're just supposed to call in.
Okay. You get your reset, Mr. Hall, from your attorney. Mr. Kurtz, you have any more cases?
New Judge, I have Tommy Clark.
Mr. Clark, would you come forward? Mr. Clark, your full name is Tommy Glenn Clark or Tommy Jean Clark? Tommy Jean Clark. How you doing, Mr. Clark?
Yeah, how about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Clark. That's good. Now, Mr. Clark, this is a case that was transferred from County Court Law number 3. This is, you're represented by your attorney Ryan Kurtz. Attorney Gertz, what is your announcement?
Judge, I've communicated with Mr. Hubel about the issues that we have in this case. Obviously, we're set for trial and we.
This is on the pre-trial docket.
Pre-trial docket. Well, either way, regardless of which docket, I've informed him that one of the cases there, the decedent has passed away. I mean, sorry, the complainant has passed away, not the decedent.
Which we would need time to confirm that, Your Honor.
Mr. Tell him now read his paper in the courtroom. Okay, this is okay, so you need some time on that?
To confirm,
Yes,
whether or not the complaining witness has passed.
okay. Just give us a standard reset. Okay. Mr. Clark, you're gonna get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. The state just needs some time to confirm. Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Okay.
Hi, Judge. This is Dustin Galmore. I'm not sure if my name appears on my
Oh,
Zoom
okay.
thing or not.
Which case do you have?
I have Jorge Gonzalez, and he is present on Zoom as well.
Okay, let's Gonzalez.
You believe this is one that the consent motion was wrong?
Hold on a minute. Galmore. Gonzalez.
First name,
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, this is cause number M325296, case of style of state of Texas versus Jorge Bo Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Gonzalez, how are you doing? Can you hear me? I think that the video might be stuck.
No, he's moving. The eyes are blinking.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought it was frozen. Okay. Mr. Gonzalez, can you hear me? Mr. Gonzalez, can you hear me? Hold on a minute. He's on iPhone. He doesn't have his audio on. I'm
I'm
looking
gonna
at
send
it
him
right now. He has his video, but he doesn't have his audio on.
Okay, I'm sending him a message right now.
Dustin, there's somebody else.
There's Paget.
Okay.
Where he was at. All right, everybody's on, but
Yeah, his audio is it? No, his is not on. I guess
There he
what-
goes. There he goes.
he's trying to connect now. Okay, he's connected now. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, you can take your mic off of mute. Yeah, he has his mic on mute now. Now, Mr. Galmore, what is your announcement in Mr. Gonzalez's case?
Judge, I filed an unopposed motion for continuance in that case as well, for the same grounds that we discussed earlier.
Okay, we have an October setting on this one. Hey, these cases of jail. Okay, what's the next one after the 28th, the next trial date? Okay, let me ask you, is November 18th enough, November 18th? Oh, that's enough. Was there anybody, like, do you have a trial date on like in November the 4th?
Yes, I was asking for that.
No, okay. Okay, this case is gonna be reset for trial November the 4th. We're gonna give it a number 1 setting. Okay,
Okay, thank you, Judge.
okay, this case is tried dismissed. Let's hold this case on the docket. Okay, this case is gonna be tried dismissed November the 4th, 2024, number 1 case. Okay,
Okay, thank you, Judge.
all right, you're gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
Y'all too. Thank you.
All right, okay, Mr. Gonzalez, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. Stay in contact with your attorney. Is Naisha Brunson present?
Yes,
Okay, Ms. Brunson, how are you doing?
good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Brunson, you represented in your case by your attorney, James Paget. Attorney Paget is also appearing via Zoom. Mr. Paget, how are you doing?
Doing well. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Paget. What is your announcement in Ms. Brunson's case?
Your Honor, my client lives about 5 or 6 hours from here, and that is the reason we're doing Zoom this morning. I received all the discovery in my office this morning. So if you would give us 30 days, I would like to review this discovery with her. And also, I'm waiting to speak to the prosecutor on the case as well.
Give us a reset date. November 4th. Okay,
Yes,
Ms.
Your Honor,
Brunson.
we appreciate that.
Okay, Ms. Brunson, your case is reset November 4th. Your attorney is going to get your reset. Stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Braylon
Thank
Simmons
you, Your Honor.
Diamond.
No, I don't.
Braylon Marquette Elton Joseph Simon.
If I may, Your Honor,
Yeah.
I verified that he was in custody this morning. I did not know that, but
Where?
I called and found out he was in custody. My
He's
understanding is
in
Jefferson County.
Jefferson County?
He got picked up on a traffic
Brillen,
violation. And there was a warrant.
Brillen, Simon.
What doc?
He's on the pretrial doc, the last one on page 5.
He had a,
Yeah, he's in jail.
Yeah, they say he is in jail.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, give us a reset.
It says it has
Yes, Your Honor.
Um,
If I may, Your Honor.
Yeah.
I called the criminal district court because he had a warrant out of there, and they're putting him on the jail docket this Thursday. So,
Oh, they are?
yes, Your Honor. So we may be able to kill two birds with one stone.
So they just put him on the docket for Thursday.
Yes, sir. That would be very much appreciated. So we try to
Okay.
handle this all together.
Just put him on the docket for Thursday. Okay, this case is reset to Thursday. That's to 26.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
And I'll let the court know. I'll go to the felony court and try to handle it. And then I'll let the court know what we're doing down there.
Okay. Now, Mr. Paget, do you have any other cases?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Let me check.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Paget, you don't have any more cases. Your recess will be sent to you. Free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Okay.
No one's saying Burbank.
And Mr. Wilkerson is,
She wanted to take the dates off for the one that you set for trial this afternoon. So as soon as she's back, I'm gonna sign her.
oh, okay.
You tell LeBlanc to sit.
Who is LeBlanc's client? Okay. That's,
Draw.
no, Shaw is Burbank.
No. Not you.
You said Shaw, that's Shaw right there.
Yeah, I just said his name, but he stood up, he thought you said his name.
I did, I repeated what you said. You said Shaw, then I told you Shaw was Burbank's client.
But no, he was trying to get my picture before me.
Oh. Okay, Jamel Bernard,
So that's LeBlanc's.
yes.
Okay.
Mr. Bernard, your attorney is sick. He will not be here today. Please stand in front of the coordinator. She's gonna give you case a reset.
We're gonna get a court date, gonna still be the same from the building court.
You got a felony? Okay, just tell her, you know the date?
It was reset, I want, usually when I check in, they give me the court dates on both days, so.
Well, she'll check. If she doesn't have it, you'll be free to go, but she's gonna send the correct date once it's in the computer to your attorney and your bondsman. All right. Okay, now, Mr. Mack, your full name is John K. Mack? Keith Mack? Okay. How are you doing, Mr. Mack? That's good. Now, Mr. Mack, you're represented in your cases by Attorney Lori Ferrazzo. The court has just been informed that Ms. Ferrazzo is currently in trial in district court, so your case has to be reset. Now, I see that you have a felony case, is that correct? And the felony case, was that set today? Did they give you a court date? You have a week? So they reset it 1 week from today? So that'd be the 30th. So we're gonna reset these cases on the 30th as well, okay? They haven't put it in the computer. And so on the 30th, you're gonna come here first and check in, then you're gonna go to the felony court. Once you finish in felony court, you're gonna come back here, okay? So you're free to go? Huh? First, right. Because you're gonna come here twice. You're gonna come here first, and the second, you're gonna go down there, and the third, you're gonna come back here. Okay? So Mr. Mack, John Mack, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. Well, they can give you one.
Oh,
You just print off the, was she appointed? She was appointed, huh?
yeah, she was appointed in August.
Yeah, just print.
So much.
You are.
Mhm.
Why did they say Burbank was in Houston? Oh, he's still in district court. He's not in Houston. Wow.
When I was calling to you, that was the word I said.
This is cause number 24C. We need a prosecutor.
What are we doing?
Probably gonna be a reset. Dallas Norris.
You mean
Okay.
and then?
Okay. This is cause number 24CCCR 1158. Excuse me. Wrong one. Cause number 24CCCR 0754. Case of Styles, State of Texas versus Dallas Norris. Ms. Norris, is that your full name? How are you doing, Ms. Norris? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Ms. Norris. You represented your case by your attorney, Attorney Joel Vasquez. And Mr. Vasquez, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. The state is represented this case by by Miss Kyle Gasper. Ms. Gasper, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And Mr. Vasquez, what is your announcement in Miss Norris's case?
Judge, Miss Jackson was good enough to inform me that Miss Norris's felony has been reset, and we asked the court to reset this case with the felony.
What's the felony court date? Okay, this case will be reset to October 21st, 2024. Ms. Norris, you're gonna get your reset here in court. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And Mr. Vasquez, your reset will be sent to you. You'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Ms. Norris, stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman.
Okay, thank you.
All right, please stand in front of the court quad here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're welcome. You're free to go. So they're working on the plea?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkerson has a plea. Was it sent to the prosecutor?
It's been sent to the prosecutor. I think he signed it. He just took it back there, so it's probably in the next queue by now.
Okay. Okay, this is cause numbers 24 CCCR 0654. Is that, you only have one case?
Yes, sir, I think, yeah.
Okay, this is Tijuan Mack. Mr. Mack, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Mack? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Mack. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Giles Cole, who is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Cole, how are you doing?
Great, John.
Okay, Mr. Cole. Oh, hold on a minute. State is represented in this case by Attorney Andrew Hubel, and Mr. Cole. What is your announcement in Mr. Mack's case?
I still need to get with the DA on this case because I don't believe I've received an offer on him. I know he has something else pending. So
He has a felony.
yes,
Mr. Mack, you have a felony case, is that correct? And when is your felony case set?
They got reset today to November.
No, November the 24th. So we're gonna reset this case to that same date, November 24th, 2024. You're gonna get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman.
and Yana, can I give him my number?
Hold on a minute. That's not the right date?
That's
Oh,
what they wrote.
they wrote us.
Oh, November 4th, okay.
Oh, it's November 4th. Hold on a minute. Okay, so your case is reset to November 4th, 2021,
Judge,
2024. Yes.
I will be out that week.
On the 4th? Okay, give us
Yes.
that's the day that was the date his felony was set. You give us another date. Are you gonna be in that week?
I will be out that week. I'll be back in the middle of the next week, yeah.
Would that be like the 11th or the 13th? Which the 13th?
I can safely say the 13th, Your Honor. I believe that'll be time.
Okay. So now, Mr. Mack, you're gonna get your reset. Your case is gonna be reset until November 13th of 2024, instead of on 2 different days. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Once you get your reset from our court coordinator, you'll be free to go stay in contact with your bondsman and your attorney. All right, you get your reset. And Mr. Cole, your reset will be sent to you. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You do the same, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. No.
once you come up and get your reset, once you get your reset, okay. So your case is gonna be reset to November 18th, okay? And stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman.
Question.
Well, I can't answer no questions for you. I mean, you need to talk to your attorney about that. All right? Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Jefferson County Court of Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in clause number 24 CCCR 0894. Case is style of state of Texas versus Kayla Wiggins. Ms. Wiggins, is that your full name? Ms. Wiggins, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Wiggins, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Wiggins, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Wiggins? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Wiggins, you're represented in your case by your attorney Marcus Wilkerson. Attorney Wilkerson, how are you doing?
Very well.
Now, Mr. Wilkerson, do you waive a record in Ms. Wiggins' case?
We do, Your Honor.
Ms. Wiggins, I have before me, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Kayla Wiggins, on or about December 29th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the class A misdemeanor offensive assault, bodily injury. Ms. Wiggins, you understand what you've been charged with?
Sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Wiggins, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No.
Now, you pleaded no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Wiggins, I also have before me a document on my computer that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment, is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Ms. Wiggins, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked nolo contendere. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? Do you understand that statement? I also have before me on paper a document that's titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Ms. Wiggins, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Wiggins, are you a citizen of the United States? State?
State upper states one.
Any
No
ob-
objection.
No objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Wilkerson, you've advised and counseled Ms. Wiggins. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Judge.
And Ms. Wiggins, your attorney, Mr. Wilkerson, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Ms. Wiggins, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
For defendant's plea, the state suffered 1 year deferred probation with a $300 fine, 40 hours community service, anger management, and no contact with the complaining witness, Kenyatta Lewis.
And Mr. Wilkerson, you will appoint it?
Yes, sir.
What is her clerk cost? So that's, okay. Miss Wiggins, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation during the 1 year probationary period. You'll be required to pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $277. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, urinalysis fee of $15 a month, and a reimbursement fee of $15 a month. Well, a reimbursement fee of just flat $15. You'll also be required to reimburse Jefferson County Court appointed attorney's fees of $250. Your total monthly installments, that is, the total amount that you will be required to pay each month is $158 a month. Will you be able to pay the $158 each month? You will also be required to perform 40 hours of community service. You have to attend and complete the anger management class. You cannot have any contact with Kenyasha Lewis. And you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Ms. Wiggins, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Wiggins, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Wiggins, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney, Mr. Wilkerson, about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Now, Ms. Wiggins, you will stand in front of our court coordinator, follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Wilkerson, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Just have a seat in that first chair. Okay, the court will be in recess till 1:30 for our jury trial.